Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, Roll Case TV, where I continue to do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talents, but a whole lot of starting over, retries. We kind of got ourselves stuck last episode. We are, to summarize, I'm trying to get this temporary measures done. I picked up the iron from here, and I'm supposed to drop it here. There is now also iron on the road here. Oh, and it doesn't show that as a place to pick up. I have to scour the map very carefully. I'm not playing in hard mode. There's no such thing as easy mode. I'm playing in just, if I can drop this thing. I'm just playing in a, oh, this button. No, not that button. This button. No. Which button is it? This button. Yes. It's just a normal mode game. It doesn't say hard mode at the top. It doesn't say that it's a custom mod at the top. Not playing with any mods, just a regular game. But I am playing with all paid DLC vehicles. And I am in the middle of trying, if you're not playing in hard mode, if there's stuff on the ground, you get the name of the stuff that's on the ground. So like there's vehicle spare parts there. So you can see if there's stuff on the ground that is just waiting to be picked up. And I don't think there's those are all delivery things. The icons are the icons for the goods, I think. That's the icon for the task. Okay, here are some. No, that's the railway station. Okay, those are the only two I can find. You can find that there are metal beams here. And it looks like the icon for metal beams. And there are vehicle spare parts near the garage. That's the icon for those. Okay. And then it would tell me where the trucks are on the truck list if it was trucks I had to pick up. But I think I've already delivered all the small trucks I need to pick up. At least on the task list. There might be on the contract. Okay, I am here now. I had to get myself recovered by this vehicle. I'm trying to get there. I tried to get up through here. I couldn't do it. I failed. I failed miserably. I know I can get through here. Does this involve going by the... No, this does not involve going by the thing. Okay. So I can use that to get here. Or I can just go across through here. I know I can get there. But then I'm going to go around this way. And I know there's icy wrist. But, yeah, this path is a no-go. If I had map quest, I would map this as don't go this way. You could possibly go this way with a scout that has, that's a good vehicle to go over rocks, like the Jeep Wrangler I have. But, yeah, I'm not going to do that. So this is place 1. And that's my best way of getting there. Here. I usually put a point where at my destination and I drag the markers around, because you can add a point pretty easily just by dragging the thing. Sometimes it doesn't work great trying to remove a point. Sometimes it will add a new point instead of the end, in which case you gotta erase a point, and that can get a little squirrely, but in general this is the way to do it. Just my mic a little, because I think my voice is a little bit lower than it should be. Okay, get the mic a little closer. There we go. Let's keep up make sure my banter is loud enough people can hear me. I have a tendency to slow down after a while, get a little quieter, to adjust my mic accordingly. Let's try to adjust it again. Hopefully this won't make it too loud. Hopefully it won't sound loud when I adjust the mic. That might have made a little noise. Let's hope not. Okay. Now I'm listening back. No, it was okay. It was fine. I could hear myself. Is this right now? Yeah, this is right. Now you got to be careful here because there's crackly ice in places. How did I manage to get this there? Oh, see now, see this is the case where I don't want that one. I want to delete that one. I try to delete it, I can't. So you rotate it around, and then sometimes you can delete it, but then sometimes you only delete one. You have to highlight it just right from just the right angle. These are some of the hacks you learn when you're obsessed with using waypoints. The reason I use waypoints is just to slow myself down and irritate my users. No, the reason I use waypoints is my viewers. The reason I use waypoints is to help my viewers. Yeah, that's it. Help my viewers understand where I'm going, because I know from experience that people that stream and say, oh, this is how you go. I will show you how to do this task. And then they drive down a bunch of roads that I don't recognize because they all look like trees to me. I have no idea how you're going. I'm not following along with my own personal GPS that's linked, you know, to my screen, smartphone thing, something. Anyway, so let me go get those metal beams. The truck has already been, this is the truck, it's already been recovered from his first attempt. I do have another truck there, a recovery truck. Well, this is going to be attempt number 2, and I should not have put the marker right at the intersection. Just past the intersection, because now I don't know which way I'm going, this way. I don't know how many hours I have in this game. I don't think it's 1,000 yet. It's in the hundreds, several hundreds, over 500, I think. I'm playing on Xbox. On Xbox, they're very helpful. When you check how many hours do I have in this game, they tell you how many days you have in the game, plus hours. So you have to take the number of days, multiply it by 24, and then add the number of hours. Because who cares how many days? It's hours. Nobody talks about hours. And it's not days like those are the days you're actually playing. You might only play 2 hours a day. No, they're saying how many days, how many day equivalents. That is 24 hours. Nobody talks like that. They just say, oh, how many hours you have? You got 10,000 hours in the game? Wow, that's amazing. Got 5,000 hours? You know, I've got over 1 million hours in this game. I'm not dividing that into days. So that's my little pet peeve of how Xbox gives you the list your number of hours. They give you days first. Every time you look it up, you gotta multiply. At least it's just days. At least it's not like weeks. 14 weeks, 3 days, 5 hours, 6 minutes, and 39 seconds. Actually, I think they might do days, hours, and minutes or something. Whatever it is, it's dumb. Just say hours. I understand what hours mean. And I actually turned my head away to look at my line control without crashing the vehicle. That's amazing. And yes, this background music is pleasant. It's pleasant for maybe 15 minutes. It's not so pleasant for an hour. And it's definitely not pleasant for its 6 hours straight. Hold on a second. Now I got it up too loud. And during my 12-hour marathon streams, it can get pretty redundant. So repetitive. So I am looking for suggestions. I have some suggestions already. Music is by Crinkles. Crinkles Music. I can put a link in the Twitch chat. If you do exclam music in Twitch chat, it will give you a link. But unfortunately, it doesn't list it to the online chat, which wouldn't really matter anyway, to the YouTube chat. But it's in all the descriptions, YouTube descriptions. If you go to that link, you don't have to add the slash music. I gotta get rid of that. It's just Crinkles Music back at spelled with a C, Crinkle. Well, spelled with a K as well. Now which way am I going from here? If you go there, I have more than enough tracks from Soundtrack from the Box 22. That's their 22nd album. I also own 21, 23, and 24, and I could use suggestions from those three albums, 21, 22, and 24. If you can give me 3 more suggestions from each of those albums, like I said, I have somebody's given me some. I would like to get more people to give me some. If I use one of your suggestions, I'll do something special, which does not involve monetary compensation, but something special otherwise, some kind of recognition. All right, let's grab the stuff, activate the anchor, restore the crane, or not restore, activate the anchor. No, activate the anchor. I think I might have the mic a little too close. Okay, now this is tricky because I can barely reach that. I might have to drag it into actually not reach it. I'm going to do what you should never do and drive with the I don't remember which way I'm going with this. I think I'm just going back the way I came. Get the crane about where you want it, and then use the winch to drag it over. That's the trick. Don't try to lift it with this small Russian crane. Now the big crane could do anything, but this small Russian crane, lift it with the winch. Don't try to lift it with the crane. And be patient. If it looks like it's stuck, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it is. No, it's not stuck. Might get stuck on the other way. The winch is very powerful. The crane is very weak. People complain about this Russian crane, but if you know how to use it, there's some more advanced techniques, but the main technique of how to use it is just I'm going to have to release it. It's close enough now. I can do it. Get up high. I got it stuck on the other truck. There we go. And the crane will kind of snap back to where it was, which is interesting. Good enough. And stop the engine again. And that car might need some fuel, but nah. I can see he does have some fuel, extra fuel with him. And this truck should have enough fuel to get where I'm going. Okay, now I am getting to where I'm going, not by going through the direct way. I am going back the way I came. If I try to go this way, I got to get past a helicopter that's there, which is next to impossible. Very, very, very difficult. So, I go back this way, and I think it's over here. Because I want to get up actually this path. This path is also through rocks. So we're going to be taking this the long, long way around. And there is some icy stuff, but I can usually get through that. And I might be able to cut through I think I can go there. Not sure if I can cut through here. I'm gonna give it a shot. I don't know how thick the trees are here. They look small, but I bet that's deceiving. I really do like the Crinkles music as background music, but like I said, I only have stuff from 3. I only have 3 tracks from one album. I actually do have 1 track from 21, but it's actually not the best track. And you'll see that I wanted to also avoid. Now there is, I know, there is crackly ice, but I think I can stay to the side, avoid it, and eventually get to that path. Right? No, that's rocks there. And then go through that path. Oh. And this was difficult because this was how I had to get the one vehicle out of here. There's massive amounts of crackly stuff here. But with those rocks, I'm going to come across here and get across there. The best thing to do is to avoid the ice. Then I have to so yeah, crinklesmusic.com, soundtrack from a box, volumes 21, 23, and 24. I am looking for suggestions there. Looking for suggestions there. It's free to listen to them. It's free to listen to them online, but you do have to pay if you want to use them yourself. You want to download them and use them yourself, which you're going to want to do because they're really good. But once you download them, you do have a free license to use them. Now, somehow, amazingly, this truck is in my way. They're royalty free, in other words. However, that doesn't mean that they're completely free to like distribute and whatever. They're just free. Now I'm gonna get myself stuck again just trying to turn this thing around. I probably should have just tried to turn it around a different way. I'm just gonna smash that other truck out of my way. You tried to get out of the way, which would have been fine had I been coming straight down the other road. I'm not coming down the other road, I'm coming down this road. And I refuse to change roads, change trucks. Alright. App. I'm kind of in the way of this other truck. He can't really back up any more than where he's already backed up. That's it. That's it. I'm going forward. I'm going forward. Oh, this game is so frustrating. How far can you back up? Did I get around them yet? Now I gotta get... back up this way. I'm just recovering the other vehicle back to the garage. I decided... best way to get unstuck. Alright. Now I can get past him. I don't know where I'm going to need him again, so I might as well leave him at the garage. You can get all his repair points and stuff on. That's the advantage of playing easy mode. Quote unquote. Doesn't cost me anything to recover. Get out of my way. I want to get this thing done. I was hoping to get this thing done in the last hour. Now I may very well get stuck somewhere. I need somebody to recover me. But I've got my got my mud / snows / ice tires on, so should be fine. I am carrying a fairly heavy load. I can unpack if I need to. That's another advantage of having the bad road and the flatbed. Trying to stay on the side because this is crackly, muddy ice, which is pretty easy for this one. It's a great mud vehicle. Crackly ice is basically, it's mud that makes noise, basically. It's not like the crackly ice in the river that will pull you in. It would be cool to be able to play this game all in first-person perspective, but unfortunately, you're insane if you try to do that. You really need to be able to see where you're going. I hate third-person perspective in general, but this one's pretty good about allowing you to change your viewpoint around. I was trying to demonstrate, and of course I'm trying to get some trees. Those do look like trees I can drive through. Clutch up to fourth. Up to fifth. Gotta lean forward, make sure I hit these rocks right so I don't flip. Lose my concentration. Now see, this crackly ice is a little bit more dangerous because it's over deeper water. Get a good speed going. Good speed going. Oh, that wasn't even traffic at all. Come on, kick the clutch. Turning here? Go straight here. Where am I going? Didn't set the waypoints far enough along the road. Don't set waypoints right at the intersection, you fool. Come on, Page, you know better than that. You end up driving right up to the waypoint. You'll be able to see. Oh, did I pull back and show you in the map? The reason I set all the waypoints so that you can see it on the map. And I try to pull back. I think it's a better teaching tool, but not if I don't show you. This looks like backwards. Fine through it. Not every vehicle can get through that. Just needs a little don't tip. Oh. Come off that tree. Thank you. Oh, this is where I was trying to make my way through the trees. Okay. Some of these trees, they look small, but they'll get you. Sometimes I can just drive over them, but on this side is going to drive over the rocks because I'm afraid of the water. A little over the water. Okay, am I going up there or am I just going up this path here? I guess I'm going up the path there, right? No, I was not. I was going straight up there. Again, you didn't set the waypoints right. I'm going up that way. Why did I have a waypoint on this side of the road when I was going that way? Part of my excuse is it's hard to tell where the road actually is. I'm gonna, once I get off of this ice, I'm gonna actually look at this. Yeah, okay. That's not a good waypoint. Let's say here. Then to there. I know there's some ice there, but I should be able to get across there. Trying to avoid the ice, but just making my life more difficult with ambiguous waypoint markers. Should have just put the waypoints right in the middle of the ice, and then as I got there, I could have adjusted as necessary. And I understand that this ice is not as bad. This Kola Peninsula is not as bad as a Muir. And if I get to the point where I can't do a Muir, I don't have the skill to do it, I'm just going to quit. It wouldn't be the first series that I did for like hundreds of hours and then just quit. I got too frustrated. But I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to get through all of this. I'm hoping that I'll be able to develop enough skill and technique. Unlike some games that I've quit, well, 2 games in particular I quit playing. One I quit playing just because the game became too annoying. The company that makes it was just a terrible company, and their development practices were just horrible, and the game was always buggy, and they made development decisions that they couldn't tolerate if they witnessed in production, and therefore I stopped playing. A very, very popular game that I'm not going to mention. But you'll see on my, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see all the games I've played. And most of the games I have playlists under my featured games. I have games there that I played until some conclusion. You know, I went through the entire career mode and I finished it. And got a couple games that I quit in the middle. One was the game I was talking about, this long running that I got frustrated with the company. And that was an open-ended game that didn't have decided final. But then there was another game I stopped playing just because it got too difficult, and I was very, very frustrated with, because it was a game I played 20 years ago or more that I absolutely loved. But then, for one thing, they made it harder just because they changed the AI engine around, and two, I'm just not as good as I used to be. It required some fast reflexes and stuff, and I couldn't do it, so I stopped playing it. But this game is hopefully not one that I will end up finding too difficult and quitting. I have been able to continue to play games that I found too difficult, because I didn't get blocked in the playthrough. I could continue through. Not that menu, this menu. Cargo! Metal beams. I expect this will be a game that I'll play all the way through. If I can't play a particular region, then I might just come back later to finish that region. But I think I'll be able to get through the region. Might get very mad and frustrated, but I should be able to get through the region. Worst case, I can get somebody else on here to finish it. A guest streamer, multiplayer guest streamer. Anyway, I know one I can't complete without the racing one. I do need a second person to actually 100% it. But I have several people when that time comes that I can ask to join me. Alright, unload me. Yay! Temporary measures may be a little less straight than before, but it will serve for a while. Next time, we're definitely replacing it. Sure, that's what you said the last 7 times you were going to replace the thing. How many times has this been patched? Right. I know, it's a budgetary constraint thing. Alright, I'll accept it. You would have spent less money replacing it in the first place. We didn't need to be replaced 15 jerry rigs ago. Anyway, that's okay, Mom. I'm always here to make money off you, buddy. Oh, there's a place I need to deliver something way down there. If I just get my truck over there to deliver it, can I magically teleport the goods over there? Oh, I need like 3 service spare parts to do this thing. Is there something else that's close to here or close to the garage to pick up? If it's close to the garage, that's all the better. Oh, I said what I was going to do next was, yeah, let's do that. Let's go back to the garage. Which, actually, I wonder if it's easier to do it this way. Map. One button, pull map, and now hit X to move to the garage. Ha! That did work! Easier than trying to find it on the map. Okay, this baby! Let's take this baby out. Because the next thing I want to do is this task. I don't have contest to do. I still have a contest to do? Reach the camp. That's it. That's it? I have to go from here to there. Okay, something else has to open up when I do that, right? Okay. I'll start. Can I track this one? Or do I just have to get there? Is there another one on the way? There might be another one on the way. I mean, another scouty type. Last delivery. Oh, I don't have the con loaf there yet? Oh, the loaf has been sitting there forever. Oh, I saw that icon was there, but I didn't see that this icon was here. Anybody can take that. It's a light enough truck. I can take it with this thing. Ah, those are the things. Okay. So I will get to hear this other contest first. And then I can come over here. And I have a feeling that when I do that contest, it's going to open up some other contests. So where is the contest? So let me mark there. Okay, that's where it starts. Now, the best way of getting there, which is not across the ice in this vehicle. This way. This is the best scout vehicle that is available. I only use paid DLC vehicles. In part, it's a great scout vehicle, and I will argue it's at least one of the greatest scout vehicles in the game, even ones that you can find other places. In part because of the range. It has lots of range. Let's see, what's the best way? Going along here is dangerous, cracky ice. But then if I go up around this way, that's also dangerous, cracky ice. Oh, what the heck. If I get stuck, I'll just bring another vehicle. Or recover and try it again. I'm not very good at optimizing these things. Yeah, I think crossing there is... Well, it's not as problematic as crossing over here. Eventually getting to here. We'll see if I can make it across that. I don't have a good way of skirting it around it. And I do have a way of going back and going around. No, that was placed in here. Of course I get a different one instead. Trying to erase that one. And I think this has a difficult way. This is the place that was horrible, that had a difficult way of getting in and out. But I can get in and out right there and then just drive around, not try to cut through anywhere. Okay, let's see if I can get there. 38 minutes, which means I got about 20 minutes to do it. Max. More like 15 minutes. And to actually do the contest will take a little bit longer. Oh, I put the thing on the right, and it was not on the right, it was on the left. Stop putting waypoints on the... Oh, I didn't show you on the map. That's how I'm going on the map. Oriented north. That's the map path, which is a dangerous path, not a crossroads. Across icy river gullies, but not the main river, so I think I might be able to make it. This has automatic diff lock on it. Being a European, not American vehicle. which is great. You don't have to worry about the diff lock overheating. Selectable all-wheel drive. No reason not to ever select it. And it has a clench horn. That's really cool sounding. I have my controller set so that the horn is depressing the same joystick I use to steer with, and so if I suddenly panic, I have a tendency to clench my left hand while I'm steering. I clench my steering hand. Oh, is that where I'm going? Okay, I can do that. Am I trying to cross that? I'm staying on the side. Oh, I could try to cross it. I'm just gonna stay on the side. Because I see this is a place where I can cross. It's got snow. Usually you can cross on snow. On this map, you can cross on rocks, you can cross on snow, you can cross on those big ice sheets. I think I'm gonna, so far this is fine, I just gotta make sure I don't go crazy on the rocks. I could flip it. The nice thing about this vehicle also is if you've got all the stuff on it, it makes it a little bit top heavy. It's very tip resistant, although when you put all the stuff on the roof rack, it makes it a little bit tippier. However, on the other hand, it also makes it kind of rounded on top, and it's like a Weeble. When you turn it upside down, if there's room, it'll flip back on its tires. So often as not, if it flips and there's nothing, it doesn't flip over and have a tree next to it where it flipped, it'll just keep flipping, and it'll flip back all the way around back on its tires again. I have no idea if I'm supposed to go up here, but I have a marker up there, so I'll try it. And it does have great range, great gas mileage. I think I mentioned that, which is an advantage it has over like the Turtle, whatever it's, Tartran, whatever, that Russian vehicle you find here on this map. I think it's on this map. Which has a very limited range, very low gas mileage. And very powerful, but this thing isn't quite as powerful. So, for a general purpose scout vehicle, I think it's better than it. And it's decent in the snow. It's no Hicks Mastodon, but it's decent in the snow. Sorry, no Zix Mastodon. I say Hicks. It will rarely get completely stuck. The Mastodon would just fly through this area, though. Plugging along. I could put it in a low gear, or I could just kind of chug along. I can put it in low-high without worrying about the diff lock. Put it low-low, and that just slows it down. Or I can just leave it automatic. It's probably faster, so I usually just leave it automatic. Spider-Man crane if I need to. There we go. Now, where did I say? Am I crossing the river here? Yes, I am. Cross the rocks, which should be relatively safe. And I will probably have just enough time to get there, but not enough time to do the contest until I take my break. Sorry for that sound coming from the kitchen. I wasn't sure if I heard it, but I wasn't sure it was going to come across the mic. So I didn't respond to it until 20 seconds after I heard it. Icy. Don't have the ice tires on, but this baby can make it. It's got a few rocks for traction. It's fine. This vehicle probably could have gotten over those icy rock paths that the Zix couldn't get to. I know the Wrangler would be able to. Oh, crackly ice. That's not bad. A little bit of crackly ice. It's just crackly over mud. Crackly water. It's not going to completely bury my tires. Whoa! Speed demon suddenly. The Jeep Wrangler, when it gets going, it's really fast. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to exit this way. Okay, and I don't care what I get, what kind of score I get. Go to the map. Yeah, it's already tracking it. No. Just have to get to there. I'm not gonna drive across anything funny. I'm just gonna take the long way around. If it takes me a while to get there, that's fine. Looks like there might be some snow. It's fine. That way. Straight. Now this is on some tracks, I believe. I don't think this is actually road. There'll be some slowing down there. There's some loose tracks. I could probably get around, I hope. Maybe it's over rocks, but we'll see. Alright, 48 minutes, just enough time to do it. So, let's do it. Engine's already on. Okay. Pull up a little so I can see where the next marker is. There we go. Alright. Oh, let's do this professionally. Drive forward, get some momentum going, and now hit the button. Did I do it or no? I didn't get it. I didn't hit the button. See how professional I am? Alright. Now hit the button. And I'm already stuck in the snow. What was the time I needed for gold? Not that I'm gonna get gold. I know the time I need for bronze. The time I need for bronze is any time. Gotta cross the tracks here. It can be tricky unless you're pressing it a little bit of an angle. I would have been better off not taking the road, taking the railroad tracks. Or maybe even using a different vehicle. Come on, baby. Oh, come on. Yep. This road is bad. Oh, wait. I didn't have my all-wheel drive on. Somehow I turned that off. Well, I'm not starting this over again. I mean, it's still bad, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as I made it out to be. And now we got turkeys. Fortunately, those are trees I can just drive right over. Am I there yet? There yet? I am there. Stage complete. Wait a second. There's more than one stage? Map. I want the map. Oh, you didn't tell me there were more than one stage. Well, no wonder it looked too easy. Alright, well, you know what, folks? I am going to actually pause the screen and end the episode here because I'm already at 52 minutes. So, if you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I'll be right back in just a few minutes. Why didn't it tell me there was more than one stage? This could go forever. It could go for a very long time. Alright. Twitch, stick around. YouTube, the next episode will be the next weekday evening at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time. No, that's wrong. The next episode will be the next weekday at noon U.S. Central Time, which is 6 p.m. 1800 hours in the UK, and 0600 the next day in New Zealand. And I'm just very grateful that this was not the end of a stream. This would be a terrible way to end a stream. But for those of you on Twitch, I'll be coming back. Cliffhanger on YouTube, I don't mind. So those of you on Twitch, stick around. YouTube next episode. Either way, thank you much for watching, and I will see you then.